Hey, hi, hello, welcome back. Welcome back if you're not new here. Missed you. If you are new here, my name is Linnea, and this is a space where we are trying to become semi-self-sufficient, where we garden, we do sourdough, we do fun recipes. So if that is something you're interested in, if I could speak, consider subscribing. It'll really help me out. But today we're gonna do a video that is a little bit different than my normal video. Let me actually, today we are gonna do a video on reviewing the Creuset Bread Oven after I have had it for over 3 months. And I have used it pretty religiously for the last 3 months. And I actually made a list of the pros and the cons of this bread oven. So, let's just get right into it. I am gonna start with the pros because, you know, I like to start with the pros. So, the pro, there's actually honestly a lot more pros than the cons, but there's one major con of this. Pro. This bread oven cooks your bread much quicker than a regular Dutch oven. I suspect it's because when you take the lid off, when you take the lid off, the bread is left in this. And when you cook your sourdough in a regular Dutch oven, it's sunk down into the Dutch oven. You know, it's surrounded by the sides, whereas this, it's not. So it does cook much quicker in this. I mean, it's not like a huge pro, but it does cook your bread quicker. Sorry I say a lot, it's just how I think. It's just how I think. Next pro of the Creuset Bread Oven. It's lighter. It is a lot lighter than your average Dutch oven. I don't like, when I pick up a Dutch oven, I'm usually like, ugh, you know? With this, I don't feel like it's super heavy. So if you have a Dutch oven and you think it is too heavy when you're making bread, consider this. Another pro that I don't actually have on my list, they come in lots of different colors. So if you have a favorite color, most likely they have one that is your favorite color. If you have a theme in your kitchen of colors, it will most likely come in that color. So that is a pro of this. Lots and lots of different colors. You can also change the knobs out, which is not a big deal for most people, but you can change the knobs out. It comes standard with, hold, let me go grab what it came with. Okay, I'm back. It came with the silver lid, but I took it off and I replaced it with the copper lid because I liked the look of the copper with the navy. I thought it looked nice. So you can change the knobs to different colors if that is something that you're interested in. Le Creuset does have a really good warranty, so if it's defective, if it breaks, they'll replace it. That is something that is worth it, in my opinion. It is also, these are made in France, so they are high quality. They are made well. Let's see here, what else do I have? In my opinion, these are really easy to clean. I don't know. I think it's because of the interior. This is really easy to clean. It's pretty non-stick. So if you're making a bread with cheese or sugar or chocolate chips or something like that, and it leaks out onto this, it is so easy to clean. And I know a lot of Dutch ovens stain on the inside, and if this is stained, you can't tell. So that's nice. Another pro is you could use it as like a frying pan. You could grill a steak in here. I have not done that, but you could just put this right on your stove and just use it as a pan and grill a steak. I have seen people do that online. So, I mean, it's not as multifunctional as a Dutch oven, but you could grill a steak. So in my opinion, those are the pros. I'm gonna move on to the cons. With the main con, it is expensive. It is ridiculously expensive. I believe this one came on sale. That's why, let me look up how much they retail for. They're $300. Retail price, this is $300, which in my opinion is crazy. It is ridiculous. It's a lot of money. I did get this as a gift. It was a Christmas gift. And if you are looking at getting one and you think you want to pay the price, but maybe you want to consider getting a good deal on one, this color is matte navy. They probably don't have it anymore, but it was on sale because it was being discontinued, this particular color. So a lot of times Williams and Sonoma will run sales on Le Creuset, so look there. There are Le Creuset outlets that do have them for a cheaper price. It's still going to be expensive, but they do have them for a cheaper price. And a lot of times, if you go at the right time, the outlets have sales on top of their already reduced price items. So you could get it there if you really if you have your heart set on one, but you don't want to pay the full price. Consider an outlet. So yeah, that is to me it's the major con of this. Another pretty big con is storage. It is really hard to find a place to store it. I actually just use it in my kitchen to kind of decorate my kitchen. It's functional and it makes my kitchen look nice. I have it over on my side table where I have a basil plant and a lamp. So it does kind of make my kitchen look nice. You can leave it on your stove. You can put it on your island as a centerpiece, or, you know, if you have a lot of storage, it doesn't matter. But for me, I don't have a lot of storage in my kitchen, so I have to be creative and kind of use it as decoration. So that is another major con to me of these. Another one is, I mean, it was a pro and a con. It is not as multifunctional as a Dutch oven. You can't do as much in it. A Dutch oven, you can make bread, you can do soups, you can bake a cake, you could pretty much do almost anything in a Dutch oven, of which you cannot on this. So it is a lot of money for a pretty single use item. Like I said, you could grill a steak in it, but I mean, you probably are going to be grilling a steak outside or a different pan. So, to me, those are the major cons of this. It doesn't have a lot of cons. It works really well. It is very functional and it works really well. I will say another con I saw online before I wrap this video up is some people, which it doesn't bother me, they hate the bottom. It will imprint Le Creuset on the bottom of your bread, which doesn't bother me, but apparently some people don't like that online. So just make note of that if that is something that will bother you about your bread bottom. there is that. I will say, and then I'm gonna wrap this video up. I personally like the way that this cooks the bottom of my bread. It doesn't make it overly crispy. It doesn't make it tough on the bottom. It cooks the bottom of breads really well. So I will say that. But those are just the pros, the cons of using this bread oven. It works really well. I bake all of my loaves of bread in it now. I will also say, I mean, you can't make an oval bread in this. It only makes round breads. So there's also that. But it does work really well. I really do like it. It is a lot lighter. It's a lot easier to lift. And it does look nice in my kitchen. Now, if you're just starting out baking bread, do you need this? Absolutely not. You just need a Dutch oven. Just need a Dutch oven. If you want to treat yourself, then go ahead, do it. Like I said, it does make a really good gift. So if, you know, you're looking, if someone says, what can I get you for Christmas, and their budget is on the higher side, this is a good option. That's pretty much all I have to say. If you have any questions about it, I will try my hardest to answer those down in the comments section below. I think that's all I have to say about it. Again, I really do love it. I don't plan on going back to baking in the Dutch oven anytime soon. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. The next video will be a cooking video. I probably am gonna do a sourdough strawberry cake, I think. Don't hold me to it, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. So if that is something you're interested in, come back on Tuesday for the next video. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!